Hey beautiful people, my name is Shirley Vet and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video on YouTube and I thought what better way to start my channel off by something that I love. So I really want to base this channel on beauty, hair, and lifestyle. So I'll just be taking you on my journey, whether it be at a salon or me doing a DIY makeup chit chats like this one. So just kind of giving you a feel of my life. So I thought the best way to start my channel off is giving you a little bit of my experience in beauty school. So let's jump into it. So I completed cosmetology school this year in April. Well, April was actually when I got my license. I completed school in February. I went to Paul Mitchell, the school of Michigan, just to give you like where I'm from is Michigan. And it was a fun experience. It was a very fun experience. The school was awesome. I didn't go to any other schools, so I don't know how any other schools in Michigan work or any other schools around the world work. I know there's a Beta, there's some other schools out there, but I can only tell you my experience at Paul Mitchell. So the first thing I'll tell you about the school is that in Michigan you need 1,500 hours in a school setting, or you can work under an apprenticeship in a salon with someone who already has their license and has their teaching license. So those are two of your options that you can do, but as long as you get 1,500 credit hours, you can get your license and take your state board. So I decided to do the school route and go to Paul Mitchell School, which was the best decision I've ever made. I really loved it. I love the culture. So I'm just gonna tell you what I experienced. So the first 2 months you're in a classroom setting. That's where you'll get your lovely kits. They call it Kitmas because you get like, it's like a big present. You get your dolls, you get your mannequin stands, you get your curling irons, your combs, your shears, your blow dryer, everything that you will need to, you know, be successful in the whole school experience. So that was pretty fun. You also learn the fundamentals of like hair cutting, styling, blow drying. They have tons of ways to blow dry and style hair. So it basically gets you prepared to go on the floor setting, which will be after the 2 months of the classroom settings. So after the 2 months of the classroom settings, you take a test. You take a men's cutting test and then a chemical test with like a perm, a relaxer, and some other things. I can't remember what they were. But you take 2 tests and then you take a written test too to get on the floor. Everybody basically passes. They're not really that hard, and yeah, you're just be on the floor after that taking real guests. And you'd be surprised how many people actually do come into a school setting to get their hair done. At first I was like, nobody's gonna come into school and get their hair done. What? We don't have our licenses. But you're working under people who do have their licenses, and the teachers are there to back you up and help you. They teach you how to have a proper consultation with a person. They teach you how to cut hair. You know, they'll guide you and then you finish it off and make it your own. So you basically have that freedom to style and cut at your leisure, but they'll just show you the guidelines and then you just put your little stamp of approval on there. So once you're on the floor, you do have a phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is basically when you get on the floor and you're newly on the floor, don't really know what you're doing. Don't want to say it like that, but sometimes you don't. So you get a ticket and you get a guest and you need the extra help from your teacher. So they'll have like maybe 3 or 4 teachers on the floor in phase 1, whereas on phase 2 is basically a salon setting. Well, the whole school is a salon setting, but salon meaning you're on your own. You don't need multiple teachers helping you or standing around you. Well, they don't stand around you, but you don't need multiple teachers to help you. You can take the ticket, you say, hey, this is what I got, this is what I'm going to do, X, Y, and Z. She wants this, she wants that, and then the teacher will verify that with your guest, and then you're free to do, you know, do your service. So that's the difference between phase 1 and phase 2. Most people get on phase 2 at the end of their schooling. I want to say you have to have at least 1,200 hours or 11 or 900. I'm not too sure on the hour things, because they go by how many hours you have in the school. So it depends on that, and it also depends on if you are ready for it. So basically the phase 2 teacher will be scouting out, you know, if you're ready to be in that salon environment by yourself where you don't need that help, and also if you're a team player. Honestly, the culture at Paul Mitchell was awesome for me, and I would recommend it to anyone. Now, I'm not saying that Paul Mitchell is better than every other school that's out there. You have to see that for yourself and tour. But for me, that was the only school that I ever toured at. So going there wasn't too bad. It felt like a 9-to-5 job because you were there from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. In the morning, they had powwow, which told you all the events that are happening in the school. We got to go to like the opera house, the Detroit Opera House, to style people who are doing plays or the opera thing, singing thing, or whatever it's called. But we got to do that. We also got to do a cut for a cause, where we went to Flint, Michigan, and gave haircuts, and you know, we styled people's hair in Flint who needed it. So they really do give back to the community. So that's one thing I like. They also have people on Wednesdays. They would have people who are in the industry already to come into the school and talk to us about the industry, whether it be a traveling hairstylist, a salon owner, someone who pays booth rent, someone who doesn't pay booth rent, commission based. All these different types of people in the industry would come to the school and talk to us and tell us about the career. So with a cosmetology license, you can kind of do, whether you like makeup or hair, you can do both. When I started cosmetology school, I wanted to do makeup, but I've always been that natural looking makeup person. I'm not the cakey type. I don't like that. But when I started school and I had that mindset that, yeah, I want to be, you know, a makeup artist, I want to be a triple threat because I can do makeup and hair. Turns out I don't like makeup. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I like doing it on myself, but on other people, nope, it's not for me. Well, some people, like my mom, but that's about it. But you find what you like in cosmetology school, and then you think that you know everything, but you don't. You won't know everything until after cosmetology school and you're actually in the field. That's because they teach you the basics to take the test, the state board test. And once you're on the floor and, you know, in your salon and you're doing things on your own, that's where the real learning comes from. Because I'm telling you now, there's things that I don't even know that I'm learning from other people, and you have to continue your education after cosmetology school. So that's why you have to invest in yourself and take classes to just keep up on the trends and the knowledge. There might be a way that one person style of hair totally different from the person that's sitting to, you know, the other side of the room, and knowing both of those ways can help you at the end of the day. So yeah, that was my experience in cosmetology school. It was a great choice for me. It might be a great choice for you. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and be notified by hitting that bell. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.